Have you ever paused to wonder if your everyday habits, those little routines you barely think about, might be quietly undermining your health? Most of us go through the same motions each morning. Brush our teeth, rinse our faces, maybe apply some lotion, then set off on our day. But here's the hidden truth. The parts of your body you neglect the most could be the very ones shaping how you feel, how you move, and how you fend off illnesses. Imagine you're living comfortably into your 70s or 80s. You want to stay active, keep your mind sharp, and remain free from discomfort. Yet many older adults find themselves battling fatigue, infections, and chronic aches that seem to appear out of nowhere. What if a large part of the problem lies in the small details, areas of the body most people overlook or clean improperly? New research suggests that 5, 6, or even 7 of the most overlooked body zones can become breeding grounds for bacteria, compromise your circulation, or slowly erode your immune strength. It doesn't take expensive treatments or complicated routines to fix them either. A few mindful minutes each day can transform not just how you look or smell, but how you feel. From your energy levels to your sense of taste, and even your long-term mobility, these tiny changes in hygiene could add years, or at least quality years, to your life. So today we're digging into 7 critical body areas almost everyone neglects. We'll explore exactly why they matter, what happens when you ignore them, and how to care for them simply and effectively. By the end, you'll have a fresh perspective on daily hygiene, one that could save you from chronic irritation, possible infection, and even more serious health challenges. Keep watching, because each section reveals an unexpected way that poor hygiene in a single tiny spot can ripple outward, affecting everything from heart health to cognitive function. And don't worry about complicated instructions or fancy products. These tips are straightforward, simple, and powerful. Let's begin with something you use every single day to talk, eat, and even breathe through at times, yet rarely consider for more than a quick brush. Ever notice how a dusty air filter in your home can make every room feel musty, no matter how often you clean elsewhere? Your tongue works just like an air filter in your mouth, capturing all sorts of particles, bacteria, and debris. Brushing your teeth alone is like cleaning the outside of a filter, but never removing the dust caught inside. Over time, this can lead to bacterial buildup that not only causes bad breath, but also invites infections or even systemic health issues. 1. Why the tongue matters more than you think. Your tongue is home to hundreds of types of bacteria, some beneficial, many harmful if allowed to thrive unchecked. These microbes can slip through your gums or tiny abrasions in your mouth and find their way into the bloodstream. This risk increases with age, when oral tissues become more delicate and gum health can deteriorate. This infiltration of bacteria has been linked to an elevated risk of heart problems, diabetes complications, and even respiratory illnesses. A dull or white-coated tongue can also reduce your sense of taste. Foods that once burst with flavor might become bland. You might unconsciously reach for saltier, sweeter, or fattier foods to compensate, which in turn can create new health concerns. 2. Common tongue cleaning mistakes. Relying on toothbrushing alone. Many people think that a few swipes of the toothbrush is enough, but your toothbrush's bristles aren't always effective at removing the hidden film or coating that clings to the surface of your tongue. Applying excessive force, scrubbing too hard, or pressing deeply can cause irritation, tiny cuts, or abrasions, making things worse. Overlooking the back. The rear portion of your tongue is where debris and bacteria love to hide. If you only clean the front or middle, you miss a big section. 3. A simple routine to transform oral health. Use a tongue scraper. A dedicated scraper, often a U-shaped metal or plastic instrument, will do wonders. Gently place it on the back of your tongue, not too far to trigger gagging, and scrape forward. You may be surprised by the film you remove. That's debris and bacteria you no longer want inside your mouth. Clean twice a day. Once in the morning to remove overnight buildup, and once at night to clear out the day's remnants. Rinse thoroughly. Rinse your scraper between passes under running water or with an antibacterial mouthwash, ensuring you're not reintroducing the same bacteria. Pay attention to signs. if your tongue has persistent spots or patches that don't clear up with regular cleaning, consult your healthcare provider. Sometimes discoloration signals a fungal infection or other deeper issue. 4. The big payoffs. People who make tongue cleaning a consistent habit often report fresher breath, fewer mouth sores, improved gum health, and even a renewed enjoyment of flavors. Linda, a 67-year-old retiree, began daily tongue scraping after complaining about dull taste buds. Within weeks, she noticed her morning coffee was more aromatic, her dinners more flavorful, and her breath remained fresh longer. Her dentist was equally impressed by the improvement in her gum health. Ready for the next overlooked area? You may take thousands of steps each day, trusting one particular set of body parts to carry you through life. Yet, ironically, this next zone of the body often receives the least attention, even though your well-being can hinge on its health. Your feet are the foundation of your entire body. If they're in poor shape, everything from your posture to your energy levels can suffer. Neglect or improper hygiene can lead to fungal infections, cracks, calluses, or chronic pain that gradually erodes your mobility. 1. Why feet deserve more respect. Each foot contains 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 tendons, muscles, and ligaments. That's a quarter of your body's total bones. They support you every time you stand, walk, or pivot. Yet think about how little care they get. Maybe a quick soapy rub in the shower, if that. As circulation slows with age, your feet also tend to show the earliest signs of trouble. If you notice persistent swelling, cold toes, discolored skin, or slow healing sores, these can be subtle clues of underlying issues like diabetes or vascular concerns. 2. Consequences of poor foot care. Fungal infections. Athlete's foot and toenail fungus love warm, damp areas. Merely rinsing with water in the shower rarely keeps these conditions at bay. Ulcers and wounds. In diabetics or those with certain circulatory problems, minor cuts can become chronic sores that heal slowly, risking serious complications. Chronic pain. Tight, itchy skin or ill-fitting footwear can encourage blisters or calluses, which affect how you walk and can lead to knee, hip, or back aches over time. 3. Foot care routine. Made simple. Proper washing. Sit comfortably on a shower stool or at the side of the tub. Gently lather each foot with warm water and mild soap, paying special attention to the spaces between your toes. Bacteria and fungi love these cramped areas. Think of it like dusting between blinds. Ignoring the tight gaps only invites a growing mess. Dry thoroughly. After washing, pack your feet with a soft, clean towel. Avoid rubbing aggressively, which can cause microscopic abrasions. Be meticulous between your toes. Any leftover dampness is like a petri dish for fungus. Moisturize with care. Cracked heels and dry skin can lead to painful splits. Use a gentle, fragrance-free moisturizer on the tops and soles of your feet. Never apply lotion between the toes where moisture can linger. Inspect daily. Scan for blisters, discoloration, or unusual spots. Early detection prevents small issues from becoming major problems. 4. How a foot-focused routine helps you thrive. Thomas, a 73-year-old retiree, used to think foot pain and peeling skin were just consequences of old age. But after dedicating 5 minutes every evening to a proper foot care routine, he saw dramatic improvement. His calluses softened, the peeling between his toes disappeared, and his posture improved once he wasn't unconsciously hobbling to avoid foot pain. The next area we'll cover might surprise you even more. It's a warm, dark spot on your body that often accumulates sweat and bacteria, and it's intimately tied to a vital defense network. If you've been skipping thorough care here, you could be undermining your immune system without realizing it. When you think of your underarms, what comes to mind? Probably deodorant, antiperspirant, or an annoying sweaty patch on a hot day. But your armpits are home to a complex network of lymph nodes, essential for filtering out toxins, draining waste, and bolstering your immunity. When you let sweat, product residue, and dead skin cells build up in this region, you're potentially clogging a pathway your body depends on for detoxification. 1. Armpits, not just for sweat control. Sweat itself is typically odorless, but when it mixes with the bacteria that accumulate on your skin, the infamous armpit smell emerges. Deodorants can mask that odor, while antiperspirants block the sweat glands. However, constant layering of these products without proper cleansing can trap toxins in your pores, leading to irritation or even inflamed lymph nodes over the long term. 2. Signs you're neglecting your underarms. Persistent odor. If you notice your deodorant stops working by midday or you detect a chronic smell, it might be due to bacterial buildup that never fully washes away. Underarm bumps or rashes. Ingrown hairs, clogged pores, or infected sweat glands can lead to painful lumps that refuse to go away. Skin discoloration or rough texture. Regular contact with harsh chemicals or inadequate rinsing can darken or roughen underarm skin. 3. A smart underarm care routine. Gentle cleanser. Choose a mild, fragrance-free soap. Avoid scrubbing vigorously. Your underarm skin is delicate. Move your washcloth in circles, then up and down, and finally side to side to ensure thorough coverage. Rinse completely. Any leftover soap can irritate skin, leaving you itchy or sensitive throughout the day. Warm water, not scorching hot, is best to avoid drying out the skin. Pat dry. Much like your feet, the underarm area needs to be fully dry before you apply any product. Pat gently with a clean towel to prevent any friction-based irritation, deodorant, or antiperspirant. Once your skin is fully dry, apply your usual product if you want to control odor or sweat. Consider rotating products if you notice persistent issues, as sometimes skin can become sensitive to specific deodorant ingredients. For the surprising benefits for your immune system. Helen Carter, an expert in lymphatic health, once noted that clogged pores in your underarms can prevent the efficient drainage of toxins and lymph fluids. When you keep this area clean and free of heavy product buildup, you're actively aiding one of your body's key detox processes. Some individuals even report feeling more energetic or noticing fewer colds and infections once they incorporate a more thorough underarm hygiene routine. While that might sound anecdotal, it's not entirely surprising when you remember that your lymphatic system is a crucial player in immune defense. With your underarms sorted, let's move on to another vital gateway in your body. You use this passage every few seconds, though you hardly notice unless it's blocked. Neglecting it can cause more problems than most people realize and hamper something as fundamental as getting enough oxygen. Take a deep breath right now. Notice how it travels through your nostrils, down your airway, and into your lungs. Each breath you take is automatically filtered and conditioned by your nasal passages. This built-in filtration system traps dust, allergens, and microbes. However, like any filter, it needs maintenance. Neglect can lead to chronic congestion, reduced oxygen flow, restless sleep, and a heightened risk of respiratory infections. 1. Why nasal health goes overlooked. The nose rarely aches or feels dirty in the way your feet or underarms might. You might only think of it when allergies strike or when you catch a cold, but daily exposure to dust, pollutants, and dry air can clog your nasal passages over time. As you get older, the natural lubrication in your nasal cavity can decrease, making your nose more prone to dryness, inflammation, and small cracks that invite infection. 2. Repercussions of poor nasal hygiene. Disrupted sleep. Congested nasal passages can trigger snoring or frequent awakenings. Chronic inflammation. Ongoing mild congestion can evolve into sinusitis, throat irritation, or coughs. Lower energy. Less oxygen intake during both day and night can contribute to fatigue or brain fog. Increased allergy symptoms. When allergens cling to your nasal lining, your body stays on alert, producing constant mild inflammation. 3. How to keep your nose clean and clear. Saline rinse or spray. A simple saline solution can work wonders. You can buy over-the-counter saline sprays or create a mild saltwater mix at home and use a neti pot. The saline washes away trapped irritants, mucus, and other debris. Gentle blowing technique. Instead of blowing forcefully with both nostrils pinched, clear one side at a time into a tissue. This prevents excessive pressure from driving mucus deeper. Steam therapy. Inhale steam from a warm shower or a bowl of hot water. Drape a towel over your head to trap the steam. This loosens stubborn mucus, making it easier to expel. Daily habits. If you live in a dry climate or rely on indoor heating, consider using a humidifier to keep nasal tissues moist. Dryness can lead to microscopic tears that invite microbes. 4. Success stories. James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker, endured near constant congestion for years, attributing it to occupational hazards from dusty work sites. Upon adopting a twice-daily saline rinse routine, morning and evening, his nasal passages cleared, he slept more soundly, and he felt more awake during the day. Bella, 76, found that simple neti pot sessions greatly reduced her dependence on allergy medications during high pollen seasons. She no longer dreaded stepping outdoors for her morning walks in spring. Think about it. Each day you take roughly 20,000 breaths. If even half of those are partially blocked, your body is effectively functioning with a reduced air supply. Let this be your reminder that a few minutes of care can unlock a new level of vitality. But don't stop now. The next area is often a mystery even to those who pay close attention to cleanliness. It's small, tucked away, and can sometimes develop peculiar odors or infections if left unattended. Your belly button, whether it's an innie or an outie, might seem insignificant, but it can trap sweat, oil, fabric lint, and other debris, creating a breeding ground for bacteria or fungus. This can lead to itching, redness, and even unpleasant smells that linger, no matter how clean you believe you are. 1. Why the belly button is overlooked. Many people never wash their belly button intentionally. They assume water and soap suds trickling down during a shower is enough. But think of your navel like a small indent or pocket. If you don't deliberately clean it, leftover moisture, sweat, and oils can remain hidden. For older adults, reduced skin elasticity and slightly slower cell turnover can contribute to dryness or mild odors. Hormonal changes or certain medications can subtly affect body odor as well, making a neglected belly button even more noticeable. 2. Risks of a neglected navel. Fungal or bacterial overgrowth. Warm, damp pockets can host colonies of yeast or bacteria, leading to infections known as omphalitis. Lingering odor. Even if you shower daily, that musty smell can persist if the area isn't cleaned properly. Piercing complications. A belly button piercing never fully closes, so it can trap debris. Even if it's decades old, you can still face unexpected infections. 3. A simple cleansing routine. Gentle approach. During your shower, apply a mild soap to a soft cloth or cotton swab. Carefully wipe around and inside your belly button. If you have an outie, just be thorough around the raised skin. For an innie, gently dab inside, rotating slowly. Rinse thoroughly. Soap residue can lead to dryness or itching, so make sure to remove all traces by letting warm water flow into the area. Dry completely. Pat your navel dry with a clean towel. If you have a deeper navel, use the corner of the towel to ensure there's no moisture left. This step is crucial to deterring bacterial or fungal growth. Check for redness. If you see persistent redness or feel itching, especially if there's discharge, consult a doctor. Early intervention can stop a minor issue from escalating. 4. Real-life transformations. Jane, 78, often noticed a faint odor when bending over or after exercising, but couldn't pinpoint the source. Suspecting her belly button, she added a quick, gentle cleaning step each night. Within a week, that unpleasant smell disappeared. Her skin around the stomach also felt healthier, which she attributed to the newfound consistency in her hygiene routine. Now, let's move on to something else that many treat with a set it and forget it mindset. This next part of the body produces its own protective substance, but if you handle it poorly, you risk infections, hearing problems, and more. Your ears work tirelessly, taking in sounds from gentle rainfall to your grandchild's laughter. The ear canal produces wax, cerumen, as a natural defense mechanism, capturing dust and debris before they can irritate or infect the deeper parts of your ear. Yet many people approach ear cleaning in ways that are not just unhelpful, but potentially harmful. 1. Earwax. Friend or foe. Moderate amounts of wax are healthy. They lubricate and shield the ear canal. Trouble arises when wax accumulates excessively or gets jammed near the eardrum, often by improper cleaning attempts. This can lead to muffled hearing, earaches, or a sensation of fullness in the ear. 2. Common pitfalls in ear hygiene. Using cotton swabs internally. This is perhaps the biggest mistake. Cotton swabs tend to push wax further into the canal, compacting it. In some cases, vigorous swabbing can damage the eardrum or canal lining, ignoring excessive wax. Some individuals produce more wax than average or have a narrower ear canal. Over time, wax buildup can become rock hard, requiring professional removal. Overcleaning. Stripping the ear of all wax repeatedly can leave the canal vulnerable to dryness, itching, and infections. 3. Safe and effective ear care. Warm towel wipe. After a shower, gently wipe the outer ear with a soft towel. The outer ear is the only area you should clean with such a direct method. Eardrops. If you suspect earwax buildup, ask your healthcare provider about over-the-counter ear drops. These drops soften the wax, making it easier for your ear's natural process to expel it. Professional cleaning. If you have persistent blockages, seek an audiologist or Yenti specialist. They can remove compacted wax safely using irrigation or specialized tools. Monitor for red flags. Sudden hearing loss, sharp ear pain, or fluid drainage are signals to consult a medical professional promptly. 4. Restoring sound and comfort. Eleanor, a 72-year-old piano teacher, noticed a gradual decline in her ability to hear the nuances of her students' playing. At first, she blamed old age, but a hearing test revealed impacted earwax. After professional cleaning, she found that not only had her hearing improved, but many of the headaches and slight dizziness she'd experienced lessened as well. She now swears by a once-monthly routine of gentle ear drops, combined with daily outer ear maintenance, to keep problems at bay. The next crucial zone we'll explore often goes unnoticed beneath hair. Yet issues in this region can manifest as itchiness, flakes, discomfort, or even hair thinning. A healthy routine there can do more than enhance your looks. It can protect your overall skin health, too. Your scalp is literally the foundation upon which your hair grows, but it also contains numerous blood vessels and sweat glands. Dandruff, dryness, or excessive oil production can wreak havoc, leading to itching, flaking, or even infections. Some older adults blame age for thinning hair or constant scalp irritation, but the root cause could be as simple as a neglected scalp care routine. 1. Why the scalp demands attention. Think of your scalp like the soil in a garden. Healthy soil yields strong, vibrant plants. Poor quality soil leads to weak and withering growth. Your scalp needs balanced moisture, gentle exfoliation, and good circulation to maintain a comfortable environment for hair follicles. 2. Consequences of scalp neglect. Dandruff, often a result of fungal overgrowth or imbalanced skin cells. Dandruff can cause embarrassing flakes and relentless itching. Follicle clogging, excess oils, sweat, and styling products can accumulate, suffocating hair follicles. Over time, this can accelerate hair loss or thinning. Infections, bacterial or fungal infections can form on broken skin or around hair follicles if you scratch an irritated scalp repeatedly. 3. Scalp care tips. Choose the right shampoo. Look for gentle formulas that address your specific needs. Moisturizing if your scalp is dry, clarifying if you use lots of styling products or have excess oil. Massage while cleansing. Use your fingertips, not nails, in small circles. This improves blood flow, dislodges dead skin cells, and helps distribute shampoo more evenly. Rinse thoroughly. Product residue can linger on the scalp, causing itching or flaking. Make sure you feel no slippery leftover from shampoos or conditioners. Dry properly. Let your hair air dry partially before using a hair dryer on a moderate setting if possible. Extreme heat or rough towel drying can irritate the scalp. Occasional clarifying treatments. Once every couple of weeks, use a clarifying shampoo or scalp scrub to remove deeper buildup. 4. Feeling refreshed from the top down. Laura, 68, endured years of persistent scalp itchiness and flaking that caused her to avoid dark-colored clothing. She tried countless anti-dandruff shampoos, but never changed how she washed or rinsed. A dermatologist advised her to spend just 2 extra minutes gently massaging the shampoo and rinsing thoroughly. She also added a clarifying wash twice a month to remove product buildup. The result? An itch-free scalp, reduced flaking, and renewed confidence in her appearance. You've now explored 7 critical yet commonly neglected parts of the body. Each requires minimal daily or weekly effort to keep healthy and comfortable. But how do these areas tie together? Let's bring it all full circle and see how these small changes can have a profound effect on your overall well-being. From your tongue to your toes and from your armpits to your scalp, each of these body areas has a special function and specific hygiene needs. Overlooking them might feel harmless in the short term. After all, how often do you think about your belly button or the pores in your underarms? But let the weeks, months, or years pass without proper care, and the consequences can stack up. Tongue. Neglect here leads to lingering bacteria, dull tastes, and potential systemic health complications. Feet. Ignoring proper foot care can cause infections, balance problems, and chronic aches that radiate throughout your body. Armpits. The gateway to lymph nodes, where even small hygiene slips can disrupt your natural detox processes. Nose. Your breathing filter, whose health impacts sleep quality, energy, and respiratory health. Belly button. A hidden pocket that can harbor bacterial and fungal growth, resulting in odors or discomfort. Ears. Protected by wax, but easily compromised by careless cleaning methods, leading to hearing loss or eardrum damage if mismanaged. Scalp. Home to hair follicles and a complex network of glands. Healthy scalp care can reduce dandruff, infection risk, and even hair thinning. In a world brimming with complicated health advice, these simple actions stand out for their ease and effectiveness. You don't need specialized equipment beyond perhaps a tongue scraper or saline spray. You don't need to spend hours each day scrubbing, and you don't have to break the bank on exotic products. What you do need is consistency, mindfulness, and a willingness to adjust old habits. Many older adults, upon adopting these hygiene tweaks, report better confidence, no lingering worries about odors or embarrassing conditions, renewed energy, fewer chronic irritations or minor infections draining their vitality. Improved sense of well-being, feeling cleaner and fresher often inspires healthier eating, more physical activity, and a more positive outlook on life overall. Now, it's your turn. Which of these neglected body areas caught you by surprise? Are you ready to start a new foot care routine? Maybe you're shocked by how important tongue scraping can be. Let me know in the comments which tip you're most excited to try. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe for more simple, science-backed ways to enhance your life. Your body works hard every day to protect you. These small, intentional hygiene habits are your way of giving back. Thanks for joining me on this journey of discovery. Until next time, remember, caring for your whole body doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be consistent. Stay healthy, stay curious, and keep making those small changes that lead to a richer, more vibrant life.